Okay, now we're going to work on a stonefly, black stonefly. We're using a Mustad 36890 salmon hook, size 6. We put that in our vise, like so. It's good and secure. And again, we begin much like the Prince Nymph. We just want to wrap some thread around our hook, give a base so our materials don't slide around. And this fly is rather big. You can tie them small. It's all up to you. It also depends on what kind of fish you're going for, when you're going for them. Cut off that tag end and wrap a nice little ball again. You tie some biots in here to the back end. So you want it to sort of bead up. Make a nice ball, there we go, like so. Once we get that ball turned in, we take our biots, and in front of the ball we tie those in, like so. You want to make sure your hook is secure in the vise. It's hard to tie a fly with a wobbly hook. You want to make sure your biots are about the same length. Right in above, like so. And once you get that tied in, nip off the excess. So. And once you get your biots tied in, you want to take your ribbing material, and it's got a flat side and a round side. You want to make sure you tie it so that way when you start to wrap, the round side will stay out. You don't see too many bugs out there with flat sides to them. So you tie that in, then you get your dubbing material, and again I like to just pinch it right to my thread. I don't use wax or a dubbing loop. Not that there's anything wrong with that. I just don't do it. So I think sometimes your flies look better if you do practice and use that. I just never have done it. So once you get that dubbing on there, then start wrapping around. Just want to make sure you keep the body of your fly about a consistent size. And this is looking a little chubby right now, but that's okay. I'll explain why in just a second. To bring about halfway up, and that's all you need really, is about halfway up. And it's okay for this to look a little bit chubby. We use a half hitch here, which is actually a little knot to knot that off so it won't come untied when I do the next rotary piece. I hold my ribbing material, and when I turn this on, I want to make sure I get it so that rounded part comes up. So, but I'm also going to use this ribbing to bring down some of that dubbing, like so. Bring up here, and tie that off. Whoop. Like so. Nip that off. Now you have to take your Swiss straw and you tie that in. Don't have to worry about cutting off the excess on the front of this, but you tie that on like so. Then you take 2 hackles and flare out those feathers a little bit. And the tricky part about this one now is you got to peel off half. So peel off half, peel off half. So when you look at your feather now, you only have half of it. see that. Tie in your tip of your feather. You can cut off the tag if you want, you don't have to. Wrap it up just a little bit, and remember, only about 1/8 of an inch or more, not much. You want to make sure that you have enough room so you don't crowd the eye. Then start bringing this forward. Wait until you get your hackle going there. Then once that's going forward, you bring that forward. And I could do this rotary, but I'm still kind of old school when it comes to... You want to tie that off. Once that's tied off, go ahead and cut that. Some people will use the same hackle, bring it forward. Take your bodkin, hold that back over the body of the fly, and then tie that down. Fold that back again, like so. Take your next hackle, and strip off part. Tie that in. Bring it right back up next to that Swiss straw. Rip off the tag end. Bring your thread forward. Then make this a bit more buggy. Keep wrapping that around until it starts getting nice and buggy. You want to make sure you don't want to crowd the eye. And then tie that off. Off your tag end. Take your bodkin again, and I'll fold that back over that last fold. Pinch it over. And bring your thread around. And tie that off. And from the straw, there's the eye of your hook. Cut that off as close as you can.